Welcome to a brand new episode of TVGP's We Roguelike It and a brand new game. We are here playing Maze Mice. I'm your host, Boss. I'm playing this on the personal computer. I'm joined, as always, by Moonpeer.
Hello, also on the personal computer.
Let's try to describe Maze Mice here before we get into the meat of things. Um, it is like someone smashed Pac-Man CEDX and Vampire Survivors together and then made it
Mm-hmm.
turn-based, but kind of not.
Yeah, how about if we take the turn-based out and you throw super hot in there?
Yes, it's the most inventive game I've played in years. Um,
Yes, it's the most innovative
Innovative.
maze-based runner I've seen in years.
Right. Yeah, it has a very Pac-Man like maze that your mouse, who you're the playable your playable character, is getting chased by various types of cats around this maze, and you're shooting various things out of the mouse's body, or you're trailing fire behind you, or you're hitting all the enemies in the stage based on whatever power-ups you get. But in the thing that I think was the most shocking for me was that time only moves when you do. So
Yes, that is the super hot part of this.
right. So it's this kind of interesting mashup of a game that I thought was going to be like, oh, it's like a roguelike Pac-Man CEDX, which, by the way, if anyone listening hasn't played Pac-Man CEDX, you should really go
Find
play
a way
that
to
game.
play that game.
It's incredible. Um, and I thought, okay, cool. Like, that's a really good idea of turning this kind of Pac-Man like thing into a roguelike. That seems like a really great idea. I should also mention again that this is developed by the solo developer behind Luck Be Landlord. This is their, if I remember correctly, they go by they them pronouns. I believe this is their second game. I believe Luck Be Landlord was their first game. Um, and starting out and playing it, thinking, wow, this is really wild that it's this kind of time progresses as you do, like traditional roguelike sort of thing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then, and then I streamed this for a whole bunch, eventually just saying, like, I'm not going to do the, like, I'm not going to take my time choosing my
Nope.
moves. I'm just going to vibe,
I
man.
play so much better when I'm not stopping.
Right.
Like, if I stop, I make mistakes, but if I full on embrace the Pac-Man CEDX, I perform so much better.
You hit that flow state and you're just like, no, I see the lines, like I see the path,
Mm-hmm.
we're just gonna do it.
And I
If
can, in my head, I also just hear wagga 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 wagga
That's
wagga
right.
wagga wagga wagga.
My thing is, I feel like I was getting too into my head when I was stopping, and especially with like the ghost cats that are kind of floating. So there's two types of enemies at the very least in like the first two stages that I have. um One is your kind of regular cats that follow you in a straight line. They follow directly behind you and they follow the same path you follow. There are some exceptions there, but it's we won't get into it right now. And then they're what I'm calling ghost cats, these kind of spectral flying cats that are carrying like a coin or something. Um,
Uh-huh.
and they can go through walls. So they're gonna kind of put a spanner in the works there for any path you're really gonna try and lay out. Um, and that's about most of the mechanics. Like you have 100 health to start with. Anytime you get hit by an enemy, it takes 25 off. You know, depending on skills you have, that can change. Um,
Uh-huh.
and I also really had to laugh. One of the first things I did in the game was go into the options menu, and it's literally the exact same options menu from Luck Be Landlord. And I was like, "Yep,
Same UI,
yep."
same
I
everything.
was like, "This is really good. This is great. I really love it." Um, and a lot of it is like going through and picking up. Uh, it's a maximum of 8 power ups. You're leveling them up to as high as you can for a 30-minute run.
It's it also seems like it's like four defensive and four offensive power-ups.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, yeah. And a lot of it is just like, okay, just survive till 30 minutes, and then the boss cat is gonna come in, and you're gonna take it that boss
I don't
cat,
like that
hopefully.
boss cat, by the way.
It's I my So for anyone that isn't playing, the boss cat has like 10 health bars, and
Uh-huh.
normally when you're playing, you have like a row of dots, and leading small dots leading to a large dot. Each one of those gives you XP. The big dot, of course, gives you more XP. You get a like medium sized dot when you kill any of the cats,
Mm-hmm.
and those give you more depending on the effectively the health and the strength of the cat that you have taken out. But the when you're fighting the boss cat, the large orbs do an attack to the big cat, or the big boss cat, big boss cat, that does a ton of damage to its health. Um, I just kind of wish there was a little bit more feedback on how much damage I'm really doing, because even on a really
Mm-hmm.
strong run, I kind of felt like my attacks that were destroying all of the cats
The
near me
regular cats. Yeah.
wasn't really doing anything to the boss. Like, it was doing a little bit, but your main attack seemed to be just use this the big orb, and everything else does a little bit, but not really what you're looking for. And I felt like that was a little bit not frustrating, but sort of like, man, I'm kind of crushing this run. I don't have any cats walking behind me, and I have like two ghost cats. Like, I should be destroying this final boss, and I never really got there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Am I right in hearing that your achievements show that you completed a run? Because I haven't completed a run yet.
I've
I, I
completed.
I got to that boss like twice, and both times I just didn't have the health to withstand the
Oh,
speed that
sure.
he moves across the map and the size of him.
I've completed, I think, 3 runs so far. I've played a whole bunch because a lot of my early runs were like, "What am I doing? What am I doing? What are these upgrades? This upgrade is not good," or like, "This upgrade is not good for." The first stage is drastically different from the second stage. Um, so some of it was sort of like, okay, well, how am I going to change my strategy from one stage to the other? I don't know if you've unlocked the second stage or not.
No, not yet.
Okay. Um, so a lot of it was that kind of thing. The thing that I think has really saved so many of my runs has been the item that gives you damage avoidance, but it has like a 60-second cooldown. I think it's popcorn. Um, that one has been the
Yes.
savior of just like, oh no, I took a wrong turn. Okay, that saved me from taking damage. Now I have to, um, now I just have to play it cool for 60 more seconds or less if you're upgrading it, and that has been a huge help. But um, so far, I'm really enjoying it. I I'm a little not confused, but I'm interested in how the unlocks work because it kind of
It
just
seems
seems,
skull based.
yeah, well, kind of, and it just seems like there doesn't appear to be any challenges to do of like, oh, beat X number of beat 200 cats in one run, or survive in uh, endless mode for X number of additional minutes or anything like that. It just kind of seems to be every time you fill up the bar, because when you finish a run, there's like an XP bar. Every time you fill up the
Hmm.
bar, you're going to get at least one unlock, which is fine. That's not a negative. But there's a little bit of like, especially having just come off of Wild Frost, there's a little bit of me being like, I would like some cool challenge, because I felt like that was something that was really great in Luck Being Landlord, of like looking at those
Hmm.
challenges and being like, what the hell is, how am I supposed to, wait, I die to the guillotine. What do we how do we even do that? And then like
Yeah.
sort of putting it all together. I think on the surface, without knowing how big this game is or kind of how deep it goes, um, it seems like it's kind of a bit more of a straightforward, a bit more of a kind of lighter lifting game than Luckby Landlord, which again
Hmm.
is fine. Um, I do like the Luckby Landlord references in the four cages in the middle of that first stage. It has a bunch of the icons as
Yeah, a
like
bunch of the
stickers.
symbols.
Yeah. Um, but I'm having I'm having a good time so far. I I get that kind of like vibe state that I get in something like Vampire Survivors where like I'm just doing it,
Yeah.
man. I'm just hanging out. We're having a good time. We're getting chased by some cats. We're doing it.
It also has the one more run button where it's literally once
Yes.
the run is ended and you've got your unlocks, you hit one button and you're straight into the next run.
Yep.
And
And
it's
I
just like, uh-oh.
I really like it reminds me a little bit of the first room you're in Isaac where it shows you the controls and everything. I really like that
Hmm.
there's no
It
start.
doesn't start until you start.
Yeah, there's no like start a run button or like let's go. It's just like no man, you got to make a move and then the timer starts and the game starts. Which I think
Hmm.
is really cool and like a really kind of elegant touch for a game like this. What has been your favorite weapon or passive or item or anything?
Yeah, I want to say the fire, but the range on the fire is a little short. You've kind of got to
Yeah.
be dancing with the devil a little bit for that one.
Yeah.
But the prism is probably my
Oh,
favorite.
Prism, hands down. That was my. As soon as I unlocked it, I was like, okay, this thing is incredibly cool. And then when you get like 5 or 7 rays of light coming out of you that are doing incredible damage, I'm just like, yeah,
Uh-huh.
this is great. And you start. I really like that. There's some items in there that increase the damage that your weapons do, or like increase the weapon size. And seeing those beams of light getting bigger by using those passives is really good. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I got some fat beams going on now. Um, all right, any final thoughts for you for week one of Maze Mice here?
No, looks good.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying it so far, and it's a nice chilled out game, it feels like.
yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I feel like um, I'm curious to see how much staying power this has. If it isn't a game that lasts for super long, that's totally fine. I
Hmm.
don't need all of these games to be like, cool. There's 700 items. You better have the wiki open. And you better do, everyone knows what game I'm talking about. Like I don't need every game to be that. And sometimes I'm
Hmm.
happy with a game like this where it's like, okay, I'm just gonna play here for like an hour or two. I'm gonna vibe and hang out and see some new items and hopefully unlock some new levels and just have a good time. And so
Yep.
far, Maze Mice has been really good at that. I'm excited to
Yes.
play more of this. All right, that's our first week of Maze Mice. Hopefully, if you're playing along at home, it's available on the personal computer right now for not a super amount of money. So you can go check that out. And we'll see you all next run. Bye.
Boy.